sync. A world of steel where thoughts must think. Welcome to the factory where a circuits dance. Endless rhythms pull you in a trance. Connections built with bolts and fire. Automation feeds the dream's desire. Gears collide in a metal sea. A symphony of industry. Voices hum from the depths within. A factory pulse footsteps on the steel-lined floor. A chorus of wails from the furnace roar. No stars to guide, no moon to rise, just the endless machine with its hollow eyes. Turn the wheel, let the pistons scream, caught in the shadow of the endless machine. Steel and fire in a lifeless dream, trapped in the rhythm of the endless machine.
Welcome to the future. Welcome to the year 2000.
But you have something I want, and that is a very, very big knife.
Oh, hell yeah. Mom sent me some pink cake in the mail.
What? She only sent me some rocks. Fuck her. This is why I don't send you anything on Mother's Day, Mom. Listen, what's the worst that could happen? Oh, wait, shit.
Here we have the vintage sloop machine. The lovely sloop machine we found in a casino.
Yo, let's go. Where's this
If you lose it-
casino? I give him so much shit about those fucking body pillows, but oh my god. I'll be real, some of those, I'm like, damn, I'll take one. Oh shit, he heard me. God damn it. Damn it, you were supposed to hear that, Manda. Well, guess what's getting clipped? Me being a fucking idiot. You know, even remembering that I have to unmute, I forget to unmute. Good morning, everybody. I know nobody's really in chat yet. I don't really care. I'm pretending like you're still here in spirit. Oh, let's get started since, you know, we got a lot to do. Why is my sensitivity back down? Hold on. Oh, that's much more responsive. Thank you. Alright. Let's get a nice 15-degree nozzle. I think that's pretty starting. I'll probably make do with, actually, let me make that 25 degree. Let's see what that does. Oh yeah, that's looking great. Hell yeah, let's go, baby. What a mess, huh? I can't believe it. The builders turned up. Let me know. I still haven't had full sign off of them agreeing to be paid for my new crypto muck coin instead of the dollar. Oh, you're gonna have a bitch of a time getting that, buddy. Wait, I can just stand on the bucket. Or, yeah, I'll just hop up here. Why not? Hell yeah, let's go. Alright, I'm going to start here and work my way back to the street. I guess I could have done it the other way around. It doesn't really matter. It's actually a great day for me to power wash because it's actually raining outside. Oh. But you gotta wonder, I wonder if power washing is more or less efficient when it's raining. Kazik! You asshole, don't do that to me. Well, good morning, Kazik. Let me give you one of those tasty shout-outs real quick. Are you all set up for the, cooking later? Meat's in the smoker. Hell yeah. Did you decide to, do that video of, doing the rubs? Because, like, I know you were asking about last night. I apologize, by the way. I saw that you were, like, on the clock until, like, 10 o'clock, but I had other shit going on. Oh, hell yeah, let's go. I'm looking forward to that, because, I'm gonna be hungry by then. I have not eaten this morning. I basically woke up and I was like, you know what, let's start streaming. Why not? Heading to the bakery for... Man, don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. That ain't right. Knowing I hadn't eaten nothing and then you're gonna go to get a fucking donut. Rude. Actually, no, if I really wanted something, I'd probably go in there and make some, blueberry cheesecake muffins. I got the stuff for it. It's just I don't want to step away from stream just to set all that up. Viv! How you doing, sweetheart? How's the cutest? Hope you're having a wonderful day. Are you working today? Are you just kind of hanging out, doing your thing? Or what's up today? What's going on? Oh, it's hard to sleep? I'm sorry. Now, there's a great remedy for that. It's basically being so fucking exhausted that you, basically collapse into bed and be like, I'm going to sleep now. Good night. Because that's what happened to me last night. I was so tired when I got in. Had to go pick up my sister at the airport. Her flight didn't arrive till 11 o'clock. Unfortunately, my body doesn't work. They're like, man, tell it to get with the program. Seriously. Like, be like, hey, get with the program. We got sleeps to do. Do the sleeps. Hell yeah, we're getting somewhere now. My body and mind just work differently. Okay. Well, good that you're off. At least you can take some time to relax and, you know, just vibe. Just vibe with us. I thought really hard about doing Satisfactory again. I thought, you know what? Like, I need a break from Satisfactory or else I'm gonna go bonkers. So, we're doing Power Wash today. Don't get me wrong, I love Satisfactory. There's a reason it's the #1 game on my channel, but I definitely prefer if I can break it up a little bit. And I was very tempted to do a ASMR stream. I decided against it because I was like, you know what? That's a special redeem for you guys. I'm not going to give that to you for free. Technically, you could classify Power Wash Sim as an ASMR stream. I mean, if you really wanted to. Honestly. Hold on. Maybe I can do this. Give me just a second, chat. Oh, it needs an update. Okay. I'm gonna let that work in the background, and then I'm going to do a couple of other little things. Actually, I guess technically I don't need to do that. 1 second. I have ideas. I have lots of ideas. There we go. We're just gonna do some cozy, chill hop, lo-fi beats. There's plenty of walking this morning, but maybe I'll use it to rest and walk in the afternoon. Absolutely. Remember, Viv, take care of yourself first and foremost because you're important. I need the walk, so I'm gonna treat myself with it in the afternoon instead. Absolutely. That's right, Viv. Get nice and cozy. Gonna be trying to make me go back to sleep after I just finished the job. Listen, if you need the sleep, you need the sleep. So, you know, do what you gotta do, Kazu. Hi, Rick. How are you? Welcome to our cozy Saturday stream. I'm Gloomy Cookie, and today we're doing a little power washing with some lo-fi beats in the background. So, come in, get cozy, relax, and let's just enjoy a nice, lazy Saturday morning. I'm doing decent, so to say. I'm just playing around with a pen and drinking cold water. Oh, I'm doing wonderful, darling. Thank you for asking. I woke up this morning and I decided that I wanted to stream for you lovely people. But I didn't want to do my normal satisfactory. So I instead thought I would do some power washing. It's a nice rainy morning, so definitely a lot of time to sit around and do a little bit of nothing. We're gonna relax before Kazik, one of our lovely friendos, he's planning on doing a cooking stream at 2 o'clock. And I'm gonna be so mad because I can't have any of that delicious food that he's gonna be cooking. But thank you for spending your time with me, Rick. I appreciate it oh so much. You're always welcome here. The rules are very light. We don't tolerate bigotry or hatred. No backseat gaming. Aw, thank you for the follow. I hope you don't have to work this morning, Rick. It's always lovely to meet new friends. Oh. Kazik, I found your dirty gem. Summer holiday for some time, and for me it's already 4 p.m. Ah, let's see. That would put you about 8 hours ahead, which means you are in, I'm going to say, Eastern Europe? Somewhere in that range? Don't worry, Kazik, I'll clean it up for you. Actually, you know, thinking about it, you being 8 hours ahead, I have to wonder. You mentioned summer holiday. Really? That's interesting because my sister and her fiance are visiting. They are moving from Finland to Canada. And their flight arrived last night about 11 o'clock. So... got a very EP, chill, gloomy. I am always chill, except when I'm not. Yeah, they're. My sister is from the States, of course, but her fiance is originally from Canada. By the way, the mailbox is just for aesthetics. Interesting. I get my mail redirected to my VR headset and dictated to me by AI over my breakfast probiotics. Wow. Information should be digested at the same time as food. That's an interesting mindset. But hi, Velocrum. How are things in your neck of the woods this morning? It's probably the other side has to be finished. That's okay. We'll get to it. Gotten a new bank debit card for being able to pay in USD because PayPal refuses to work. Interesting. That's not something I expected to be a big problem in this day and age, but I guess it is. Oh well. I'm sure you've got all that squared away, or at least attempting to. I think let's go with the 25-degree nozzle on this one. Can't wait to get my food. Grilled sausages and potatoes. Oh, Beans, good morning. How are you, sweetheart? Let me give you one of those tasty shout-outs real quick. Oh, and I need to give one to the Lucrum as well. But good morning, sweetheart. Thank you for the kind words about the model. Oh, you're sleepy? Oh. It's okay to be sleepy on a Saturday morning. Do you have to work later today? Oh, that's so sad. I'm sorry, sweetie. Well, take it easy. Don't work too hard today. Hopefully. And then, of course, you know, you want to pop in every now and again, you can. But if you can't, I completely understand. Need caffeine, have a good day at work, Beans? Yes, absolutely. Everyone, go check out the amazing Beans. She is a sweetheart, and I love her to death. Hopefully it's not too bad. I can get out in time for Guilty as Sock. Absolutely. I am so looking forward to that. For those of you who do not know, we are having a special multi-streamer collab tonight involving Beans and Kazakh and myself. Birdie, how are you, sweetheart? Welcome, welcome. How are you doing today? But yes, we're having a big multi-collab today. We're going to be playing Guilty as Sock tonight. That will be... I'd have to go back and look at the time. But we're looking forward to that. That's going to be a lot of fun. We're going to really push the limits on what, 7 p.m.-ish? Okay. So chat, for those of you who are not on Central Standard Time, that's about 11 hours from now. Hate the early stages of summer in Finland. All the things used to make the walkways and roads less slippy get piled up. And until dust goes into the air, it's just knowing to breathe in. Well, one of the accusations was TPO hot to handle. I'm gonna need some more context, Birdie. Alright, now that we're out of ad jail, can you... Let's see. Kazakh says, Verdi, I'm making a list of what to accuse people of while I sit here. How heckin' rude. Not that I'm, you know, doing the exact same thing. Can you guess how much time I have on my most played game on Steam? You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and go out on a limb and say it's somewhere in the ballpark of 2,000 hours. Let's say 2,000 hours. Whole stream is just full of wonderful people today. $715 hours in the game is Arma 3. I've thought about getting into Arma 3, but then I heard that they released another game with the same engine because they're gearing up for Arma 4, if I remember correctly. Oh, Beans, you got all that cake, don't you? Well, it's fitting you do work in a bakery. Beans with the cake. My most played game would have to be RimWorld. And I don't have this stat in front of me, but I know it's a solid 4,000 hours. Now then again, I have played it on and off longer because I played it when it was still in early access. So that is technically cheating, I suppose. But I think my second is Workers and Resources Soviet Republic, and that one I think has about 3,000 hours in it. So, but again, these are games I've played for years. Arma Reforger, I heard that game is really buggy. I don't know anything about it. I honestly don't, but you know, not every game is gonna be perfect, especially in this day and age. I got Arma 3 on sale and then just spent most of my time playing it. The second most played game is like 200 hours. That's fair. That is 100% fair. I completely understand. There's some games that you can spend hours and hours and hours on. You keep coming back to it because it's a wonderful game. You like it, you enjoy it. There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely nothing. The thing you just have to keep in mind is you have to keep that nice balance between gaming and just trying to carry on with life. Like, you shouldn't let your games like get in the way of life, because sadly that's an easy pitfall to fall into. So it turns out setting up the whole card and bank thing saved me around 70 USD, 115 USD instead of 185. Well, I'm all for people saving money. Arma Reforger is buggy because they changed like the game engine and mechanics. Also, Arma 3 is set in the future, 2035, and Arma Reforger is like Cold War era, so it's like 70s to the 90s. I can understand that. I have so many games that have around 300 hours. I have too many games in general. You guys gotta remember, I've been collecting games on and off for about 20 years. So I have an extensive collection of games. Some of them are titles that are no longer supported. have long been abandoned by the developers. Some of them never left early access. That's also true. So yeah. One of the reasons I like GOG. GOG has a lot of really good titles that even Steam won't touch anymore. Wonderful example. If you're ever looking for a unique RTS, real-time strategy, probably the one I would recommend first and foremost if you're on GOG would be if you go and look up Earth 2150. And the reason that game is unique is it has some mechanics in it that I have never seen in other games. And keep in mind, this game was made back in the early 2000s, and it's been 20 years and nobody has still been able to produce a game that has some of these features. I don't know if it's just because they're too complicated or they just don't want to fool with it. But then again, RTS is sort of a niche within the industry. There's just not a lot of demand for it. And so it's very unlikely we'll see much. Well, all the Arma games are really good and detailed, and both are getting updates, smaller or bigger. For Arma 3, there's main DLCs and CDLCs, creative DLCs for people who make missions and stuff using the game editor. Well, that's cool. It sounds like you're really passionate about the Arma series. And that is A-okay. There's nothing wrong with having a passion for gaming, as long as everything is in moderation. A couple of games that are on Steam and they don't work on Steam. Oh, okay. Hi, Zora. Thank you for showing up today. How are you? Hope you're having a wonderful day. We are having a nice, chill, relaxing stream. We're doing a little bit of power washing, a little bit chatting about games we enjoy. Earth 2150. The reason it's fascinating to me is some of the mechanics are like, well, for one thing, your units aren't just given infinite ammo. In addition to that, they had to be resupplied, but they have to be repaired, and they can gain experience that can then be used as well as upgrades. So you could have a very veteran army that gets continuously upgraded over time and made just so much better. And it's a really interesting mechanic because it basically rewards you for keeping your units alive by letting those units be repurposed in the future. Instead of becoming obsolete, they instead get upgraded. Also, like games that support the Steam Workshop, some games have like 100 plus mods. So like for Gmod, I have 200 plus mods. I definitely think the modder scene is really, really awesome, because you can take a game that's already good, like for example, my favorite RimWorld, is you can take a game like that and you can build on it in a way that either the developer can't or won't. And there's a reason there's a distinction between the two, but the developer might not be able to do some of the things that the modders can. And it's a great way to expand what you can and can't do in the game without having to purchase expensive DLCs or it just extends the life of the game in general, which is always a plus. Let's see. Welcome in, Zora. Thank you, Viv. I think I may have played that game before on one of those demo game DCs at my grandma's place. If you did, it's definitely an interesting premise. There's 3 main factions, and they're basically unique enough that no two overlap. One faction is pretty much just, they take the Russian approach to military strategy, which is, you know, lots of, you know, quote-unquote battle rugged devices. There's one that focuses mainly on robotics. They are probably, yeah, they focus a lot more on using automation to make the machines do the job instead of having to use people. And then there's the third faction, which is basically using technology, hoping that they can offset their general weakness, because their units are not very tanky. Of course, you know, how you play the game is influenced by that, but the fact that you had so much customization, you could keep veteran units across entire campaigns, not just a single mission, and you know, you could just do so much stuff. I'm actually upset that a lot of these really cool niche ideas have just been lost over time. Like, when you have games that were pushing the boundaries back in the 90s and 2000s that absolutely blow anything that even AAA gaming is capable of doing today, like, I have to ask the question, what happened? What happened in that time to make gaming worse than it was? One of my favorite game mechanics changing mod for Arma is the Ace 3 mod, which makes Arma 3 a little bit more realistic in every aspect. Ballistic interaction with items and beings, gives medical menus so you can choose a limb, the torso, and the healing approach for it, like giving morphine or adrenaline. Might overdose and cause cardiac arrest and a lot more. That's one of those that adds a lot more gritty realism. And if that's what you enjoy, absolutely go for it. One of my favorite mods for RimWorld is Dub's Bad Hygiene. And the reason I like it is because it introduces concepts like, well, for example, your pawns needing to use the restroom. I know it's a simple thing, but it's like they want to go take a shower, they want to go wash their hands, they want to get a drink of water. And those small little details add a lot of realism. That's one of the reasons why Workers and Resources is by and large one of my favorite city builders, is because it does go so in depth with the mechanics. Mr. K, welcome in, welcome in. Thank you so much for popping in. Let me give you one of those tasty shout outs. Thank you so much for popping in from work. One of my favorite games that only GOG has is Empire Earth 2. Oh, Empire Earth 2. I haven't heard that one in a hot minute. That one was pretty good, actually. I'm not a really good medic in Arma 3. As I was healing a dude, first I stopped bleeding, started to give IV, and then accidentally gave him too much morphine and adrenaline. Oh, that's unfortunate. But, I mean, mistakes happen. As long as you weren't doing it intentionally, I don't think it's as big an issue. Bye, Mr. K. You have a lovely day at work, okay? Love you. Mwah. We are not beating those parental allegations, are we? The GOG mod version has unlocked the unit cap. The unit cap is 10,000. The only limit is how many houses you are allowed to build in a region. Resources are infinite. You will get out-microed by the AI, but the game will feel like World War I because of one simple reason. You can group your units' production buildings to your units. When those buildings produce units, they get added to the group. You can set those buildings with units to patrol. That's actually pretty interesting. That's a very fascinating mechanic. I like it. But yeah, see, that's a modded version. That's not how the game originally came out. I imagine bets are already taking place on how long it takes. Kazakh. Don't make it weird. Lots of units also have features modern games don't really have, like search and destroy. I used to make 2 battalions of buildings and a 3rd one that would make a strike group I used to take over strategic regions. I would argue that search and destroy... I have seen it in other units, in other games. I'm drawing a blank on where I've seen it, but I do know it exists. Yeah, mistakes happen from that point onwards. I mostly played other classes like Radio Man, Rifleman, Machine Gunner, and others including Grenadiers and Anti-Tank Riflemen so I can blow stuff up with explosives. Not to forget the Sappers, Combat Engineers, whatever you want to call them. Yeah. You kind of have to find that niche that you enjoy playing, that you really resonate with, I think. I have had matches against a bot that lasted 5 hours. It's very intense, over 10,000 unit deaths from me and the AI. I'll be real, like, that's probably one of the most realistic depictions of a war of attrition like that you will find in a lot of games. Now, I don't think we will ever quite see a war like that again. Knock on wood, because quite frankly, we have things that, you know, World War I did not have. Like, it's hard to describe. We have a, well, we sort of do and we sort of don't. There are a lot of World War I trappings, like trenches, but that does not necessarily mean that we are using World War I tactics like, you know, I don't think anybody's going up over the top, for example. So, like, I don't know the numbers offhand, okay? But I do know that, I'm pretty sure that, you know, they don't have that many units fielded. Well, that's also the Russians. Like, Russian military doctrine for a long-ass time has been simply human wave tactics. Because they had the people for it. But Ukraine has better technology. And as long as they have better technology, they'll at least be able to counter the brute force. It's like modernized World War One with new tech, tactics, and some other stuff. Well, believe it or not, and this is gonna really interest some people, I'm sure. We saw World War One style tactics over 50 years before World War One ever broke out. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, the American Civil War had a great number of battles that were very similar to it. I remember going to the battlefield at Vicksburg, Mississippi with my dad, and they had the full-on trenches. They laid siege to the city. I mean, it was all out. Like, I mean, they were doing stuff that was common in World War One, and this was 50 years before the outbreak of World War One. So, believe it or not, like, that's a thing that happens. The Ukrainians are playing COD with gamified war. They can literally exchange their kill count for unlocking new weapons. The Russians are playing Hell Let Loose. I'm not familiar with Hell Let Loose, so I apologize. But I'm gonna kind of take your word on that. But I mean, I'm just sad there's a war in general, because essentially this is blatant imperialism. That's literally all this is. It's blatant imperialism from Putin. Yeah. The classic Soviet tactic of sending wave after wave of replaceables until the enemy is overwhelmed. Yeah, I mean, to be fair, the only real war that really worked in was World War II, and that was mostly because the Germans were probably their own worst enemy. I'm just gonna say that because, like, they had issues. Like, as an engineer, I will flat out say that I hate the idea that German engineering is somehow superior to all other engineers. No. Velochrome, I'm not targeting you specifically when I say this, but some German engineering is overcomplicated. It's finding a overcomplicated solution to a problem. And that's something I'm not a real big fan of. War is horrible and should be only in games. Yeah, I wish that were the case, but sadly it's not. I think there was an episode of Star Trek that actually covered that, where the society basically was using computer simulations about a war, and then when the time came, you just were supposed to be like, oh, I'm a casualty. Okay, I'll go to this booth and it will destroy me. But you know what? It's okay, because at least it's cleaner than war. Which is a wild concept. And so World War II, Germans were ahead of the others. Were they? I mean, they had some decent tanks, but I mean, as far as I know, a lot of British armor could counter the Germans. It's just that it wasn't, you know, as for the way I've heard described is, like the Tiger tank, for example, it didn't really bring anything new to the table. It was just mostly the way they were able to integrate several technologies that basically made the tank nicer from a quality of life standard, if that makes sense. Well, okay. German engineering is good. Okay, do not get me wrong. But the problem is that sometimes when you overcomplicate the solution, you're actually not doing yourself any favors. And what I mean by that is, let's take, for example, well, I'll use the energy codes because that's one of my areas of specialization. So, there are several energy codes out there here in the United States. They basically define how you're supposed to monitor things like power, how much power you're allowed for certain things like lighting, things like that. And the 2018 code was already getting fairly complicated. I mean, it wasn't terrible, but it wasn't, it wasn't terrible. The 21 code started introducing a lot more ideas. Things like you had to have so many energy credits. You had to have energy monitoring for certain applications. You had to do a bunch of things. And then the 21 code comes along. I'm sorry, not the 21 code, the 24 code. And the 24 code started to demand things like non-electric heating supplies. So gas, coal, anything that wasn't electric, you also had to monitor the usage of. Now, does it tell you how to do that? Absolutely not. They kind of let that up to interpretation. But you've now taken a fairly complicated situation to begin with, and now you've made it harder. And it only adds cost. It doesn't really fix anything. It just means that now these guys have to spend a lot more money. 1 second. Okay, there we go. Like some countries didn't even have tanks. Excuse me. The RHS mods because they bring factions and equipment to like the modern era. Okay. Apologize, I was taking a quick drink. The big changes the range of engagement. Yes, that's what I was mentioning, that the German tanks were basically combining several things that are now pretty standard in a modern tank. Things like the commander could override the radio of everybody else in the tank so he could issue orders. Oh, it's ad break. It happens. Welcome back, everybody, from Ad Jail. If you don't know the lovely, lovely Envy, she is a wonderful, sweet person. Even if she does his. And you should definitely go check her channel out. She is absolutely amazing. We were playing Repo last night. That was a lot of fun. Lots of scuff. Gunaroo, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a wonderful day. The same way these days you have satellite and drone views of the battlefield live, just a tank with a drone flying overhead. That's fair. I think we're gonna move away from this topic though. I think we kind of discussed it about as much as I feel comfortable talking about it. I'm tempted though. Alright, Kazakh. No, it's not that. It's just that we're trying to keep it fairly light and, you know, cozy today. And talking about war isn't exactly cozy. Envy, you're close enough that you could drive over and get the meat. I'd have to drive 6 hours to go get it. Yes. Spot the code violation. NEC article 210.64. It's 3 or 4. 63 or 64. Anyway, HVAC units must have a maintenance receptacle within 25 feet of the equipment.
Let's do this Texas style.
Thank you for that, Envy, your sweetheart. Aw, thank you for head pats, Envy, your sweetheart. It also doesn't look like there's a pressure release valve on this unit. I mean, honestly, we know what's going on as engineers. They're simplifying it down because, you know, I'm surprised they even put the service disconnect right there. Wait, why is it made out of wood? Interesting. I would not have anticipated that. Number 3, so much you made alternate universe with its own lore. There's between the WA and CA Western Alliance and Communist Alliance. Oh, interesting. The fancy enclosure. What is Texas style? Texas style means it is overly large, overly loud, and generally a pain in everyone's ass. Not from Arkansas, I'm allowed to say that. No, we love our brothers and sisters from Texas, but let's be real. Arkansas is a little bit more chill.
What the fuck are you talking about?
You know it's true. They are loud and they have their own opinions, and they are not afraid to share them. Plus, they got those really big hats. Hell yeah, let's go. Uh-oh. Oh no. Oh, Kazakh, don't you fucking dare. Yep. Congrats, you just nuked everything. How to keep your Kazakh happy at explosions. Absolutely. Yeah, let's put it right there. Just 1 second. Minor adjustments. There we go. Listen, I know how to keep the people happy. So I think we'll switch to the 25-degree nozzle since we're down here. Oh, did you? Are you taking advantage of the new curved pipes, or are you just simply reworking how they integrate? Oh, People Playground. I haven't ever personally played it, but I am aware of it. That's wild. I'm using a bunch of real pipe design things and not only using 3 pipes for all my plastic removal production. That's cool. Well, I am certainly hoping that you are enjoying your fun with it. I think we may return to Satisfactory tomorrow. Don't hold me to that, because with my sister being in town, I don't know what the schedule is. It's going to be kind of up in the air. That's one of the myriad of reasons I don't actually post a schedule, is because my schedule changes almost on a whim. Like, I was actually not even paying attention to it. My phone went off and I happened to catch that they were releasing a project that, you know, it was supposed to go today, then they decided, no, we'll just hold off till next week, and then they turned around at the last minute. We're talking about like 4 o'clock in the evening, and we're like, oh yeah, we want this project today. So, you know, fun times. So in People Playground, the people... So, Rick, I know you're passionate about this, and I appreciate passion. I love it. We are trying to move away from the discussion of war and the like, so... If you could just, you know, please just dial it back just a touch. That's all I ask. Thank you. Alright, Rick, you have a wonderful evening and enjoy your meal. Thank you for stopping by. You're always welcome. Means a lot that you did actually swing by, so thank you so, so much. And that goes for the rest of you, of course. You're always welcome here. Yay. Wonderful. Are you enjoying the new model after using it for a while? I really enjoy it actually. I was a little apprehensive at first because I wasn't sure I would be dynamic enough. But I think getting kind of used to moving around is actually helping in more ways than one. So I'm definitely enjoying it. No, actually, it's pretty spot on with how I actually move. No model is going to perfectly mimic what you do, even a 3D model that tracks your every move. But, like, for example, I can't move the hands. I'm actually fairly dynamic with my hands, especially when I'm doing explanations. But, I mean, it works. I do have a 3D model in the works from Ruby Flame. She is working on that. She was supposed to have it ready for the birthday stream, but things just didn't work out. And I said, you know, let's not rush this because I don't want, I don't want her to get annoyed with me. I don't want to get annoyed with her. You know how it goes. I'd be worried about the hands tracking with how much I stim the tism is real. You know, that it's not really a problem for me because I don't have that problem. So, but I mean, yeah, I could understand where you're concerned. Future-proof your business. Big decisions to make. Either engage the future, take on the automatons, and reflect in your name, or... Tism is a quirky thing. Most people don't mind it or see it as mild positive. Probably need 3D for that, yeah. A friend has a 3D model that she can turn on hand tracking for. Yeah, we'll just have to see. I mean, I may actually stick to the 2D model even if I get the 3D. I don't know. I'm gonna have to see which one I prefer. Like, don't get me wrong, okay? I love Ruby's work, and I think it's very cute. And I'm definitely going to try it out. But, you know, it's also going to be dependent on how you guys react to it. If you guys find that the current model is better, I'll have to take that into consideration. Real uncle advice spam mail. Yes, absolutely. You know, I had two uncles. They're both dead now, but only one of them actually gave me uncle advice. And it was only really one piece that was worth a damn. But it was quite simply the definition of trouble. And so the way it went was like this. He says, alright, so you know you're in trouble when somebody's in the hospital, somebody's in jail, somebody's dead, or somebody's pregnant. Don't get in trouble. I was like, you know what? I really understand with that. I get that. So that's about the only useful advice I ever got out of them. They were, I don't want to call them losers, but let's kind of be real. They didn't really care that much. There we go. Texas. No, they're not Texas. Well, technically one of them was living in Texas, but you know, I live in Arkansas, okay? We are not Texas. There's a bit of a cultural difference between the two. Used to get a speech from a friend's dad every time we went out. Pretty much was, do not add or subtract from the population, and don't make me the first call from jail if you end up there. Yeah, pretty much the same advice. That sort of advice is like, sure, whatever you say, boss. Because, I mean, how do you really respond to that? You really can't. Okay. My parents gave me the opposite advice, probably because of my personality. It's okay if you get in a little trouble and we had to come get you at 3 a.m. every now and again. I mean, everybody gets into a little trouble when they're growing up. Like, if you don't, like, what are you even up to as a child? Like, if you're not causing a few fires, property damage, you know, things of that nature. And when I say starting fires, I mean, like, one time, I mean, okay, I wasn't going out deliberately setting fires. It was more along the lines of stuff like, I just happened to be walking home one day, and one of the neighbors had a small brush fire that he was maintaining, you know, getting rid of some brush. And was like, yeah, hey, you want to help out? I was like, shit, yeah, why not? So, you know, I helped him burn some shit. Like, it was all supervised. It wasn't like I was going out there setting up random fires. Now, I did accidentally cause one small fire, but, I mean, it's put out with a garden hose. My neighbor has caused worse grass fires over the years, so it's not like I was deliberately causing a lot of mischief. Well, at least not when it came to fires. I caused plenty of hell and mischief, but, you know, not of the fire variety. Explaining to her parents, she set the neighbor's yard on fire. I did not set the neighbor's yard on fire. The neighbor set our yard on fire. And I'm not making that up. It was an old lady next door, and she would start a fire and then go inside and not tend to it, and it would catch the grass on fire, because she would always do it in the middle of summer when everything was hot and dry. I was not helping. Well, I was helping put the fire out. Because, you know, last thing we needed was the house catching on fire because of some other person's dumbass. So, you know, that was fun. No, the kind of mischief I would get into was like, one time Dad handed me the old Christmas tree. Like, this is back when we had a live tree. And he was like, okay, cool. Take this tree. You're going to go down to this area nearby. We called it the gravel pit. It used to be this old cement plant and... Or is it a concrete plant? I forget what the difference is. I don't give two shits. Anyway. So, you basically said, take it down there, chuck it down there, so it can, you know, rot. You know, we're in the middle of nowhere. There's no real, like, community place to go dump Christmas trees, shit like that. So I was like, alright, cool, whatever. So I grabbed this little rickety sheet metal trailer, hook it up to the back of an ATV, and I take off. I don't give a shit. I'm about like 13, 14 at the time, somewhere in there. Anyway, so, you know, I don't give two shits. I'm so young, stupid, and I feel like I'm invincible. So, you know, I'm just heading down there. It's cold. It's like hovering just above freezing. And it'd gotten below freezing the night before, so there was still some ice on the ground. And this puddle, I call it a puddle, it's actually pretty substantial, had frozen over. So the top of it was frozen, and it was muddy water, so it looks like it's regular dirt. I drive over it. Oh no, suddenly I'm up to my knees in cold, muddy water. Shit. Now, fortunately, the ATV engine was still running. It didn't get flooded. But I could not get enough traction to get out. I was like, shit. So I get off, and, you know, I'm trying to figure out, like, why can I not get any traction? And so what I do is I unhook the trailer. At first I thought it was weight. I think now, looking back on it, is just that the trailer was stuck and it was making it hard for the ATV to pull it out. Anyway, I unhook it. I managed to get the ATV up onto dry land, and the engine dies. It was out of fuel. Shit. Now, fortunately, I'm only like, I'm like a 5-minute walk from the house, so it's not like it's the end of the world. It was just, I took the ATV because, one, you know, I didn't want to have to drag this fucking tree all the way down to the gravel pit. And also, it's like, fuck it, I've been cooped up bored. I want something to do, so I'm just gonna go, you know, I was gonna go riding after the fact. I didn't give two shits. Anyway, so, you know, there I am. I've now got a dead ATV on my hands. And, you know, I still got this fucking trailer stuck in the mud. Now, this trailer did not weigh a lot. I'd honestly put it at about maybe 200 pounds, maybe 100 kilos, somewhere in that range. So, you know, I was thinking like, all right, cool. Well, I gotta get this thing out. I can probably pull it. I just gotta get it out first. So, you know, first thought is not, oh, go get Dad, he'll know what to do. My first thought is, Dad's gonna kick my ass. So, you know, the less he has to do if I have to call him, the better. You know, so there I am. I'm desperately grabbing handfuls of wet, frozen leaves. I mean, my hands are freezing. I did not have a coat. Because, you know, I'm young and invincible. I don't give two shits. Well, that was starting to turn unpleasant. And I'm, you know, trying to lighten the load. So, I mean, of course, first thing that goes is the tree. Tree just gets dumped. I'm just like, fuck it. And, you know, I still can't get enough traction. I think it's still too heavy. So, you know, I'm chucking handfuls of dead leaves. I'm doing everything I can. I finally am able to pull this damn trailer out. And guess who shows up? That's right, Dad. And he is pissed. He's like, what the hell are you doing? I got it stuck. Uh-huh. Well, I got it unstuck. And it's like, alright, cool. So, he's trying to crank this thing. It had a bad starter motor on it. So, he's trying to crank this thing. It's not cranking. He's getting mad. He is livid. He's ready to whoop my ass right then and there. And, finally, he asked the important question. Did you switch it over to the reserve tank? Oh. No, I didn't. I forgot it had one. So what's he do? He flips over the reserve tank, cranks it up, and drives off and leaves me there. I have to walk home. I was not happy. All that work for nothing. That's a tough love situation right there. Oh, goodness. Yep, I am aware. Okay, Velocrum, I gotta ask, what the hell are you talking about? I don't know who you're talking about, and if I don't know who you're talking about, then I can't react to it. It's in your disco video? Disco video, what? I'm trying to... Oh, interesting. Wait a damn minute. I know what servo skulls are made from. It's literally in the name. What the hell? Why are... Should I be concerned? Should I call somebody? Because, like... That sounds concerning. Yay! Dude's either fucking around with genetics of plants and other living things, turning things that once lived into new things that they weren't supposed to, or just making biological computers, all in his garage. Who the hell is doing that? Like, should I be concerned? I mean, don't get me wrong. You know, people gotta have a hobby. But, you know, I'm not sure I want to trust somebody making actual fucking servo skulls. The Thought Imperium. Never even heard of them. Like, this is new to me. There we go. Oh, we're about done with the first floor. That's gonna be nice. Oh, we've got EP Viv. How you doing, Viv? Highlights include growing rat neurons that force you to play Doom, perfectly recreating a mummy with Egyptian instructions. Okay, I'm gonna be real. Homeboy's starting to sound like a mad scientist. Like, legit mad scientist. Yee. Hasn't tried building a Skynet or nuclear reactor yet? I mean, the fact that you say yet. Like, homeboy sound like he needs something better to do with his time. Nah, let him cook. Look, I'm all for pushing the boundaries of things, but like, stuff like that got me just a touch concerned, because like, that's what you're gonna hear on the news, like, some jackass arrested for doing horrible, horrible things to creatures and or animals. We're not even sure what they are anymore. Yeah. What are you talking about, Taki? There is plenty of water. Out here trying to clean this place up and you're yelling at me. How rude. Oh, I took it away. Listen, okay. Ah. Hold on. Ah, there's that. Yeah. 1 sec. I'm gonna. Where'd I. Get over here. No, don't go away. Damn it. Hang on. I'm trying to get my. Am I gonna have to go all the way around to get this thing? Damn it. Alright. Give me 1 second, chat. I need to step away for just 1 moment. I'm not abandoned you just yet. I'm trying to get some little things squared away. Okay. Yeah. So, these floors are hardwood. Well, they're tile. They're meant to look like hardwood floor. Anyway, so even wearing socks, which I wear socks all the time because that's what I do. Anyway, even with socks on, yeah. Even with socks on, it hurts my feet if I just have bare foot to floor. So I was getting the my little footrest, but it was all the way. It'd gotten pushed. Oh my god! You guys terrify me with the things that apparently turn you on. Birthday burns. You know, always wanting pictures of the grippers. Like, what the hell? You guys fucking terrify me sometimes. Look, just because I happen to prefer crew socks, because they're long. I don't know what hit this side of the house, but damn, it did a number on it. A lot of this grime is harder than some of the other areas. Yeah, this house reminds me of the first house I really wanted to buy when I actually serious about buying a house. It was a nice place, had plenty of room, I was happy with it. But the guy just kept asking so much from me to the point that I just walked away. You know, what it was, he had recently been separated from his wife, and he had no money. And so, like, I was kind of generous with it. I said, cool, I'll, I guess I could take over the solar loan and stuff like that, because he had solar panels on the house. Well, he fucked up that deal so hard that, I walked away, because, he was asking for everything, and I mean everything. It got to the point I was like, dude, you're effectively asking me to finance your dumb mistakes. Like, I don't do that. That's not the cards. Like, he wanted me to pick up all the closing costs. He wanted me to pay for the solar panel loan. He wanted me to cover the... he essentially, if it cost money in this deal, he wanted me to pay for it. And it got to the point I was like, dude, I am generous to a fault, but you are asking way too much. And I just walked away from the deal. And, like, even the guy's realtor was fed up with him at that point. He was... Because the guy essentially fired his realtor hoping to cut the costs that much. Like, this dude wanted every fucking penny he could get his hands on. And so while I do regret not getting that house, I was like, you know what? I probably saved myself a lot of headache by not picking up, financing this guy's idiocy. Yeah, no, he effectively was hoping I would be young, stupid, and naive enough to, effectively let him walk all over me and, get the best possible deal for himself while fucking me over. So, he went wrong when he expected a millennial to pay a mortgage. Look, it's not necessarily that. I make decent enough money. I can afford a fucking mortgage. It's just that he was fucking me over when it came to essentially asking me to cover the costs of, like, everything. Like, to the point that there was no way in hell I would be getting anything beneficial out of the deal. Like, at that point, I was like, dude, you're asking me to finance every fucking thing. And that's just not cool. Alright, I think we're gonna go back to a 15-degree nozzle, and we're gonna go with slightly shorter. Because a couple of days after I gave up on that house, I found the house that I'm currently in, and it had a lot more character and personality, and I much prefer the neighborhood. Like, the houses aren't near as cookie cutter. They're very cute houses. They have charm and personality. It's very cute. And I'm very happy with what I bought. But, there's always that question in the back of your mind of, well, what if? What if I had gone ahead and done the deal even though I was getting fucked over? Now, I know with hindsight, I would have probably ended up, like, owing a lot more money, which I would have, because the difference in the price of this house versus the house that I originally wanted was literally just $1,000. Like, literally, it was $1,000 difference. But the owners were willing to do some minor repairs. They met me halfway on the closing costs. I mean, the entire deal was so much better in my favor. And now homeboy's stuck with stuck with a house he can't really afford to move out of. Like, he can afford staying where he's at, but he can't afford to do anything special. Dude's kind of fucked himself over. So what I'm thinking, chat, is we will do one of these. We're going to finish up this project. And we may do the small aeroplane. And if we do, cool. And then we'll probably move over to Satisfactory. Mostly because I'm getting kind of in that mood, and I can do Power Wash Simulator for a bit, but after a point, it's like, I really want to do something different. Or, I could raid into somebody, because I'm gonna hang out with them later anyway. Tempting. All sorts of temptation. Alright, I guess first and foremost I need to figure out what I'm overlooking. What have I not finished yet? Unit cable. Okay, let's start with that. Well, I need to see where my sister and her, where they're at, because they're probably still asleep. Maybe, I don't know. Front porch base walls. Alright. Ah, it's right here. Alright, what is still dirty? There it goes. Second floor barrier post. Alright, which one? Aha! There we go. Third floor barrier post. Oh my god. There we go. Perfect. Alright, third floor upper walls. Alright, which one are we talking about? Third floor feature wall. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. Alright, cool. Third floor walls. Okay. Alright. want you to be on the outside. This is gonna be great. Yeah, where's the third floor wall? So, I wonder which one it is. Alright, Chad, am I losing my mind? Oh, wait. This is needing fixed as well. Alright, now come on. Saki, hate to break it to you, but I lost it long ago, son. There's a missing wall somewhere I gotta find. It's probably a weird one. Aha! Alright, so third floor wall. Oh, what am I gonna do with you losers? Alright, seriously, what the hell? Where is it? Can't be up there. Wait a minute. Ah, that's what it is. Alright. Second floor ceiling trim. Let's go. Let's get it. Up the ladder we go. Alright. Ceiling trim. Probably on the outside. Or it's over here. Ah, that's what it is. Alright, finally it's the driveway base walls. And we should be good. Aha. Hell yeah, let's go! Oh, I love this animation. It's so satisfying to watch. Let's go. Alright. Let's see, Alright, we can clean the fireplace. Alright, this one shouldn't take long, hopefully. And then we'll probably raid out. Because there's a friend on that I don't normally get to raid, and I always love showing them the love, so we'll definitely do that. Well, we will absolutely do that. Alright, let's go with a nice long extension with a 15-degree nozzle just to start off. We'll see what we got. I think we're going to stick with the 15-degree nozzle on this one, but I'm going to go with the short extension. Mostly because typically on these projects I found, there's going to be some rust on the struts like this. And that's going to come back and be a pain to remove. So let's... Yeah. Switch to the 15-degree nozzle just because we're doing long, broad strokes, and that's going to be the best tool for that. We can get into the fine details later, but I think this will work out fine. Yeah, this is what I was talking about with that sort of rust on there. It's hard to remove. Let's see. Platinum Payopu? Is that how you say it? Please correct me if I am wrong. But hi! How you doing? Welcome, welcome. Hope you're having a wonderful day today. Pal. Okay. Well, welcome, pal. Hope you're having a wonderful day. We are cleaning a fire plane. And then we're going to go and say hi to a fox friend of ours. Who is a heckin' sweetheart. Foxo time. Hell yeah, let's go. But yeah, we're gonna go and see her after we're done with this, but we're gonna finish this plane first. I don't want to give you guys the equivalent of power washing blue balls. Well, what it is, we're kind of... This is actually the first stream for today. We are doing a special event tonight with several other VTubers. We're gonna be doing Guilty as Sock, which is where you're a sock puppet in a court of law. It's very silly, very humorous. Anyway, we're gonna be doing that later tonight, and so I figure that we'll be back later tonight. I just wanted to stream early this morning just to kind of, you know, get this out of my system before tonight. So, if you're going to be around in about... Velcrum, it's not going to be for a bit, buddy. Like, I said we're gonna raid out after we're done with this plane. This plane's gonna be a while. Sock streamer cola. What? Tachi, why are you so obsessed with the feet? Why are you so obsessed with them grippers? Get some help. Go touch grass. Go. Go outside right now. Touch some grass. Coming to clean the Fulacrum. We don't talk that way about Envy. We do not. Like, you can make fun of me all day long, but the second you start talking about my friends, we're gonna start having an issue. Because, like, I respect people too much to, you know, joke like that. Like, I have no problem saying Envy is full of scuff, because she admits it herself. That's one thing. But, I'm just saying, you know, we need to be nice to people. Because there's already enough toxicity in this world, we don't need to be making it worse. Like, seriously, there's enough negative bullshit in this world, we don't really need to be adding to it. Absolutely. And we bully with the intention of love, okay? Like, ma'am, go get some sleep. Which I've had to tell her on multiple occasions. Like, you know, sometimes you have to bully somebody. And be like, hey, go take care of yourself, fool. Got kind of a fascinating design on the other side. It's interesting. Oh, all these lo-fi beats and just casual cleaning is really doing a number on me. Plus, you know, haven't eaten yet, so I'll have to fix that once stream ends. Yeah, I think we got a lot of stuff just in general today, so definitely a lot to look forward to. Just a touch, I will admit. I'm trying to get through this, but I mean, we've been going for half an hour on this one. So, I mean, I'm struggling just a touch, but that's, you know, you got lo-fi beats, you got something that's very satisfying. I am crashing just a touch. So, but no, I refuse. No, I'm trying to get through this because I want to get this done, and then we'll worry about the rest of it. we'll take a quick hydrate. No, not really. It probably wouldn't hurt, but I've never actually, you know, done it. Alright, we're gonna go and work on a tail, I think. Interesting. I'll have to check it out. things are so satisfying. They are, aren't they? Yeah. Heck yeah. Oh, quick stretchy break. Ah. Oh, big stretchies. Alright. So we're at 70%. That's pretty good. We're making progress. Of course, you know, just getting it clean, you know, it's gonna... When we get to about 95, 96%, that's when things are gonna slow way down, because of course they do. But that's fine. We will deal with it. Debating what to get for... Alright, I have a question for chat. Alright, so if you don't eat breakfast, and your first meal is around lunchtime, is it breakfast or lunch? Thought process of the day. As a person with scuffed sleep schedule, food when hungry. You know what? That's fair. That is absolutely fair. Except at work with those been programmed to eat. Okay. Darn, I was hoping I could just hop up there. Yeah. Oh my god, the struggle is real, y'all. The struggle is real. Starting to get tired, but I want to finish this. I want that satisfying ending animation. And that's what we're gonna do, damn it. It'll be alright. We will, of course, deal with it. Damn right I am. Why wouldn't I be? There we go. so we're at 94%. We're almost there, chat. Just gotta finish all this up, which is everything. Big stretchy break. Yeah. Yeah. Big stretchies. Why do stretches feel so good? Like, really? I'm curious. Yeah. Okay. So, out of curiosity, chat, how many of you have actually power washed anything? Because, like, I have, and it's satisfying, but honestly, there's a lot of setup with it, and it can be quite the pain in the ass if you're not careful. I tried, but the power washer was shitty and it didn't work. Aw. That sucks. Hell yeah, let's go. Yep. Alright. Yeah. Heck yeah. So the cockpit frame still needs some work. Yeah. There's gotta be something out here I'm missing. Ah. Probably gonna be something stupid, too. Missing. Wing antenna. Okay. Is that... Oops. Yeah. Yeah. Alright, so there's that. The wing floats. Okay, I must have missed the other one. Yeah, because I knew I cleaned one of them. Heck yeah. Alright, rudder trims. Where's my ladder? There it is. Prop blades. Ah! Whoa, what's this? South! Hey, buddy! How's it going? Thank you for the raid. Welcome, raiders. Give me 1 second here, and I will, do some stuff. But welcome, everybody. Hope you're having a wonderful day. I am Gloomy Cookie. I am a professional engineer by day and streamer by night and full-time elf. Let me give you one of these tasty, intro videos. One moment. Oops, that is the wrong one.
Welcome to the year 2000.
But you have something I want, and that is a very, very big knife.
Oh, hell yeah. Mom sent me some pink cake in the mail.
What? She only sent me some rocks. Fuck her. This is why I don't send you anything on Mother's Day, Mom. Listen, what's the worst that could happen? Oh, wait, shit.
Here we have the vintage loot machine. It's a lovely loot machine. We found it in a casino.
Yo, let's go. Where's this
If you lose
casino? I give him so much shit about those fucking body pillows, but oh my god. I'll be real, some of those I'm like, damn, I'll take one. Oh shit, he heard me. God damn it. Damn it, you were supposed to hear that, Manda. Well, guess what's getting clipped? Me being a fucking idiot. But welcome. Oh my god, did I have ads? Oh, for fuck's sake. Ah! Damn it. Okay, that annoys the piss out of me. Because I think it was locked in, like there's nothing I could do, and that annoys me. Alright, you know what? You'll get a second rate. I don't care. We're doing it. Omnibus, that's great, but most of the people probably didn't, so I feel dumb. Okay. Alright, now that you're finally back from ads, I'm gonna do a raid video for those who don't have ad blockers. So...
Welcome to the year 2000.
But you have something I want, and that is a very, very big knife.
Oh, hell yeah. Mom sent me some pink cake in the mail.
What? She only sent me some rocks! Fuck her! This is why I don't send you anything on Mother's Day, Mom! Listen, what's the worst that could happen? Oh wait, shit.
Here we have the vintage loot machine. It's the loveliest loot machine we found in a casino.
Yo, let's go! Where's this
If you lose it-
casino? I give him so much shit about those fucking body pillows, but oh my god. I'll be real, some of those I'm like, damn, I'll take one. Oh shit, he heard me. God damn it. Damn it, you were supposed to hear that, Manda. Well, guess what's getting clipped? Me being a fucking idiot. Oh my god. Okay, well, the scuff is real, guys. The scuff is real. Anyway, welcome, Raiders. Lord of South, you are an absolute sweetheart. Thank you for thinking of me, for taking care of your lovely community. As I mentioned, I'm Gloomy Cookie, professional engineer by day, streamer by night, full-time help. If you need to take care of yourself, and that includes, you know, going to the bathroom, getting a bite to eat, getting a drink, or even just going and taking a nap or going to sleep, I fully understand. You are more than welcome here. Thank you for being here, and thank you for trusting me with your lovely community. Scuff is love. Damn right. So, we're actually wrapping up cleaning this plane, and then we're probably going to raid out. So, I apologize. I meant to do... And in fact, let me go ahead and do it while I'm thinking about it. There we go. So, there is a command on Twitch. You can actually prevent raids. Lay down for a bit, feel a bit low on energy, but had a great celebration for today. Absolutely. What were you celebrating? I'm very curious. You know, what were you celebrating? And, you know, what do I need to say congrats on? Like, was it a birthday stream? Please tell me it's a birthday stream. 55 followers and late birthday. Hell yes! Let's go, buddy. Damn good. You're doing great. Awesome. I am so proud of you. Absolutely. So, those of you who don't know who South is, Lord of South is an absolute sweetheart. So, absolutely, if you feel like it, definitely go give them a follow. They are so sweet. And of course, like I said before, take care of yourselves, guys. Like, seriously, if you need to go and rest or just get a drink or something, absolutely go do that. Go take care of yourselves. Alright, where... There's like a specific part of this thing that's probably dirty, and I gotta find it. Yeah, there it goes. Hell yeah. Alright, pilot head, whatever the hell that is. Aha! Alright, so what the hell is a pilot head? I sure hope they don't mean, like, the toilet. That would suck. I've maintained for years, like, I'm surprised, like, especially in commercial places, like, why they don't just have, like, drains and they just power wash the shit out of things. Like, I understand the practical why they don't, but it's still one of those. It's like, y'all, seriously, what the hell? Anyway. Alright, where is it? Because I got selected, it should be flashing, but I can't find it. Oh! Okay. Apparently it's this thing. Yeah, got it. Alright, now which engine exhaust is this? Because there's, like, 2 engines. Which one is it? Is it this one over here? Aha! Alright. Got it? Alright. So then last one should be the engine exhaust. Let's see which one it's gonna be. Alright, now where is it? Aha. Alright, we got it, guys. Perfect. Alright, well, let's do the lovely animation it's going to give us, because that is always fun. Oh yeah, look at how beautiful that is. Going from this dirty, grimy mess to a nice, clean airplane. That is so satisfying. I love it. Alright guys, let me swap over to the chatting screen so that we can start getting ready for to head on out. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Accidentally clicked the wrong button. Oh, the scuff is real. Scuff is love. Something like that. Anyway. So, I've actually got a raid target in mind. I was actually going to try and go a little longer, but I'm also getting kind of tired. So, because I was up until, like 1 a.m. last night, driving people around. Because my sister came in, her and her fiance, so I had to go pick them up from the airport because Mom won't drive at night, and they don't want to get an Uber. I mean, granted, Ubers are friggin' expensive. So, with that in mind, we are going to raid out. I apologize. Some of you are like, we just got here. Spend time with fam before you had to go to Finland to hang out. Well, they're moving from Finland to Canada, so at least it's going to be in the same time zone again. But that's fine too. So we're going to go... And, well, first let me give you the raid message. There we go, and then cozy power wash raid. There we go. That's if you don't have the emote, but that's fine. Alright, so we're gonna go raid NB Draven. She is an absolute sweet kitsune. She and her friend Maxie are streaming, and we're gonna go say hi to them. They're playing a little bit of Warframe, so it's a little bit different, so not quite as chill, but I still appreciate you taking your time to be with me today. It means a lot to me. And of course, don't forget to take care of yourselves. And as always, enjoy your day. I will be back tonight, actually. We're about 8 hours from now. We're going to be doing a special collab with several amazing VTubers. We're going to be doing Guilty as Sock. So it's a courtroom drama with sock puppets. So expect a lot of silliness there. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are too. We're going to raid out. We're going to go have a good time. Be sure to give Envy some love. She is an absolute sweetheart. And I will see you lovely people tonight. So, bye-bye.